extraordinary. So there's the government lobbying on behalf of Ryanair and Aer Lingus. No wonder last week I couldn't get any confirmation one way or the other from Ryanair and Aer Lingus when I asked them if they were lobbying to have the rules changed. So the regulation 261/2004. You're entitled to a refund within 7 days if a flight is cancelled. But instead now they want to have these temporarily put in place vouchers. The letter says that this could be done in a way that's acceptable for consumers, if it's transparent, if the vouchers are non-discriminatory, and if it's common on each voucher how long it lasts. No, but many people will ask, hold on a minute here, why is the Irish government, among another 11 governments, lobbying on behalf of airlines? Yes, the airlines are finding it difficult. Yes, they're laying off staff. But surely it's not the role of the passengers, the people who bought flights, to have to bail out the airlines. Surely that is not what this should be about. And Ryanair, remember, is financially very strong. A lot of cash there.
Billions.
Billions, exactly. Billions, Matt. Aer Lingus as well, would be financially strong as well. What's interesting is this was put to the EU Transport Commissioner, Adina Valin, and she's not enthusiastic about this suggestion from Ireland and the likes of France, Netherlands, Portugal, etc. The Commissioner said it's not an option for her. She doesn't think it's a good idea. But it just shows you, this is probably why Ryanair has again, adopted a different policy on refunds. It's written to people in the last day or two and said, look, you can have the voucher, it's valid for 12 months, and if after 12 months you don't use it, you can cash it in, which is different again to what it had been saying. It's changed
it's a change in position
so many
because
times,
it means if you're willing to wait a year, you'll get your money back. So effectively, they're requiring you to make an interest-free loan to Ryanair for a year and to make an assumption that you'll get the money back. Now, the issue that some people have with that is that they had already applied for their refund and had written confirmation from Ryanair that they would get it, except they didn't get it. They've been made to go through the hoops again to try and make sure they would get the refund, and now they've been told, sign up for your voucher. I'll always have the gun put to the head, sign up for the voucher, but if you don't use the voucher, we'll eventually give you your money back.
Yeah, it's really unacceptable, Matt, and it's very unfair. I mean, I've had people on to me who spent a couple of €1,000 who are now out of work. They're out of pocket. They were expecting a refund. They need this money, and they're not happy. And won't be happy.
It's not just expecting the refund. They were legally entitled to the refund. There is a difference, I think, as well. And whatever it is, the point you make about Ryanair and Aer Lingus having loads of cash available to them is a valid one. Now, I'm sure they're pretty fed up with the idea that there are airlines all over Europe which are going to get bailed out by their governments for not having run their businesses as well as Aer Lingus and Ryanair. But that's not relevant, is it, to the position of individual customers who have maybe bought holidays, whatever, who need their money back and who can't get it.
Exactly, Matt. And and the regulator here is the Commission for Aviation Regulation. They made it very clear in the last few days you're entitled to a refund. You can be offered a voucher, you can take that if you want to, but you're under no obligation, was the phrase they used. You're under no obligation to take that voucher. You are entitled to a refund within 7 days of your flight being cancelled. That is not happening, and you're absolutely right. It's not the job of people who are financially stretched themselves to bail out airlines here. And yes, there are a lot of big European airlines that are in big trouble, but this is not the way it should be. It shouldn't be down to the passengers to bail out the airlines.
Okay, something else I think we should perhaps start worrying about is the banks made a big song and dance of generously giving 3-month holidays from loan repayments when this whole crisis broke. But it's quite clear that this crisis is going to go on for quite a while. So are the banks going to continue to be as, and I use the words advisedly, generous?
Yeah, there's the question. We're already seeing that, like when it comes to mortgage lending now, that they're tightening their lending conditions, their lending criteria are being tightened because they fear a very sharp fall in house prices. They also fear that they'd loan out money, if they loan out money to people who have an income shock, that they're not going to get it back. So you had AIB saying today at its AGM that they've given out 40,000 payment holidays. Now a lot of those are SME holidays. About 16,000 are for mortgages, but we're already seeing some banks saying, for example, if you're looking for a mortgage and you want an exemption, and a lot of people would have got an exemption, there are rules around how much of a deposit you have to have and how much of your